that, you know, longevity and good health and that wonderful chinois that we love.
Symbol of strength.
Yes. Now, quick special here because also very limited, but we brought it back for Valentine's.
Yay!
It's been a #1 favorite. It's called Heartbreaker. So we have it in the pin. We have the matching ring. The ring is available in 5 through size 12, and that's $59.95, and available on FlexPay. Let me double check how many flexes on there.
Pretty.
The pin, okay, everything's available really on 5 FlexPays. Fantastic. We took $20 off the Heartbreaker pin. They're both customer picks. So that's $129.95. 5 flex pays there too. So that'll be $26 your first monthly payment. And then we have the matching earrings in clip or in pierced. Those are available at $89.95.
Oh my gosh.
5 flex pays there. 90 seconds or sell out.
Okay.
What better way to say I love you?
Oh, no kidding.
Right?
Oh, yes.
We were doing a Facebook chat earlier. It was all about pins because so many of you know Heidi is known. I mean, her pins now have become so highly collectible. I just saw it on I was traveling over the weekend and in a really famous magazine. They were talking about the importance of brooches and pins, and sure enough, I knew it. There was one of my beautiful Heidi Daus pins. In fact, we were talking about how to accessorize with pins.
Yes.
And we had this on a really just smart looking tote bag. And one of the gals number wrote in and said, can you give me the item number for that heart-shaped pin that you're showing?
So pretty, wasn't it?
It's this one, yeah.
It is this one, and you know, it really is a very beautiful and fine jewelry-like brooch. As we have around the perimeter, we have 4mm beautiful light cyan ruby colored crystals in a princess cut that go all the way around. You can see here the puffed nature of that heart, and of course that encrusting of beautiful, what look like the finest diamonds in the world around the outside of the heart. And of course, if you're gonna go pin, you really should treat yourself to the ring. Look at how cute that is.
And definitely those earrings too. How darling.
I love the earrings.
Perfect balance on the ear.
Don't you love them?
And you know, I always say this. Sometimes you see a heart and you're like, I think they're hearts.
Right.
But those, even the stones on the outside, everything is just done impeccably.
Really beautiful.
So